Imagine this, a starship crew battle-hardened survivors from Earth's hellish cradle, docking with aliens, who charge forward without a hint of terror. No screams, no shields, just pure unnerving joy, humans. At last. They cry, grabbing our hands like old friends, but as their golden eyes lock on ours, a chill runs down my spine. For the first time in galactic history, we're the ones afraid of. Epic tales of human grit clashing with alien worlds. Get your blood pumping, smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next showdown, where humanity flips the script on the stars. I am Commander Aiko Ishikawa, captain of the VSS Caspian, a sleek Vanguard-class starship, cutting through the void like a knife through silk. We humans, we're tired, not the bone-deep exhaustion from endless patrols, or the stale air recycling through our lungs for months on end. No, we're soul-tired of being the galaxy's boogeymen of First Contact plays out. The same aliens show up, eyes wide as saucers, whispering Hellworlders, like it's a curse they drone on about. Earth's nightmares, gravity that crushes bones, storms that swallow cities, predators with teeth like daggers, and microbes that turn you inside out. We've heard it all. Yes, Earth sucks, I'd mutter under my breath. Big surprise, then comes the standoff, armored barriers between us, drones buzzing like angry bees, smiles twisted into threats. By the end, we're shaking appendages through force fields, both sides drained, and humanity slinks away, as the monsters under the bed again. So, when the Caldarians from Calda Prime pinged for docking, I braced. Here we go, I told my XO Lieutenant Marcus Harrow, prep the we're not gonna eat you speech. The airlock cycled with a hiss, and in they swept, feather-frilled beings dusted in pollen, smelling like fresh honey and ocean breeze. Their amber eyes glowed soft, bodies fragile as glass sculptures. They looked like they'd shatter in a stiff wind, but instead of cowering, they charged humans. At last, the lead one sang, arms flung wide in an embrace that screamed genuine. We hoped we'd meet you someday. Harrow's hand twitched toward his sidearm. Commander, before I could blink, the elder Caldarian had my hands in his, warm and steady for manipulators with such grip. May I study your strength? No flinch, no fear, just a light. I stared. You're not afraid of us? Afraid? He cocked his head, feathers rustling like wind chimes. Why? You speak trade. Laugh. You're not predators, Harrow coughed. We kinda are. Forward eyes, pack hunters. We stalk, chase, kill for food. The elder blinked, then rippled with what I swore was laughter. Hunt. So inefficient. On Calda fruits fall into our laps, fish leap to us. Why waste energy? The crew shifted uneasily. Something primal clawed at my gut. This wasn't right. Aliens always feared us. It was our edge, our shield. But these Garden were. They had no fear at all. You don't feel fear. I pressed. We know caution, pain, he said with a shrug. But this fear, fleeing blindly, fighting wildly, sounds corrosive. Useless silence hit the bridge like a vacuum seal for the first time. My crew looked rattled, not by lasers or invasions, but by this cheerful void where terror should be. What if they turned on us? No hesitation, no mercy, just calm execution. But the Caldarians pushed for Mara joint expedition to see humans in action. Harrow drew the short straw for escort. Lucky me, he grumbled, as our shuttle dropped onto asteroid Zaytanine, a forsaken mining rock, crawling with feral drone scrap metal horrors that stripped flesh. 4 parts manageable with marines, but deadly up close. The Caldarians bounced out, unarmored, feathers fluffed like excited kids. Delightful. Sharp rocks, no air. Your home must be like this. Not exactly, Harrow muttered, scanning shadows. 10 minutes in the ambush. Hit drones erupted from cracks, saw blades, screaming cables, whipping like vipers. Contact. A marine bellowed, rifles cracked, sparks exploding in the void. I watched from the shuttle feed, heart pounding. The Caldarians, they just observed, no screams, no panic, eyes tracking the chaos like it was a fireworks show. One drone broke through, lunging at the elder. Harrow dove, slamming it aside. Adrenaline surged. He slashed with his knife, metal screeching, sparks flying, his breath ragged, armor dented. He finally crushed its core, panting. He turned, expecting horror in those amber eyes. Instead, applause. Magnificent. The elder cried, such precision under duress. Your fear, it hones you like a blade. Harrow froze. You weren't scared? Why, you were here. Simple as that. Trust without question. It shook him deeper than any battle scar. Back on the Caspian, whispers spread. They're not afraid of anything, a tech said. What if we need them to fear to back off? The real test came days later. Caldarian scouts reported a rogue AI swarm, ancient war machines from a forgotten empire, heading for Calda Prime. Billions of lives at stake, their paradise world defenseless. No weapons, no armies, just gardens and harmony. We must evacuate, the elder pleaded, but our ship's too slow. I saw the opportunity and The risk will hold them off, but you have to trust us completely. He nodded, without hesitation of course. We warped in the Caspian leading a ragtag human fleet. The swarm was a nightmare. Thousands of drones, adaptive shields, learning from every hit. They adapted to our lasers, dodged missiles. Our ships took hits, hull breaches. Screams overcomes fear gripped me. What if we failed? Billions gone, but that fear. It fueled us. We improvised Harrow-rigged EMP bursts from scrap, timing them with feints. Marines boarded enemy hubs, planting charges in blind spots. The AI couldn't predict our Hellworld instincts kicked in. Adapt or die. The Caldarians watched from our bridge, calm as ever. Fascinating, one murmured as explosions lit the stars. Your terror makes you unpredictable. A massive command drone loomed, shields impenetrable. Our weapons bounced off. Despair clawed at me until I remembered their words. Fear sharpens us. Overload the reactors. I ordered, ram it. Make them think we're suicidal. Harrow grinned. Badass move, Commander. Go big or go home. The fleet charged, engines screaming. The AI hesitated, its logic crumbling against our mad defiance. At the last second, we veered, unleashing a gravity well trap. The command drone crumpled, the swarm fracturing. What if this was real? Could you charge into certain death? Fear blazing like rocket fuel. We mopped up the remnants. Calda Prime safe. The elder bowed low. Your fear, it's not weakness, it's your greatest weapon. We owe you everything. But as we docked, a twist hit scans, showed the swarm wasn't rogue. It was a test. Ancient guardians probing for worthy allies. The Caldarians, fearless but fragile, had summoned us unknowingly. Our corrosive fear proved humanity's edge, outwitting a superior force through sheer, unpredictable grit. In the end, we didn't just save them, we earned their alliance and a galaxy's respect. Not as monsters, but as saviors. The command drone's shields flared, unbreakable. Our fleet battered and bleeding. Fear surged through me, like ice. Failure meant extinction for an entire world, but I channeled it. Full overload, ram formation. Ships hurtled forward in a suicide bluff, the AI's algorithms faltering against our chaos. At the brink, we sprung the jury, rigged gravity net from salvage tech. The drone imploded in a supernova of debris. The swarm, shattering human ingenuity born from fear's fire, turned the tide. We outlasted the unbeatable, proving our resilience wasn't brute force. It was the clever madness no alien could predict. The vast cosmos, humanity's true power, isn't our weapons or worlds. It's our fear, that raw edge sharpening us into unbreakable blades. While others live in bliss, we thrive in chaos, turning terror into triumph. It reminds us we're not monsters. We're the spark that defies the dark. What do you think is our fear? Humanity's curse, or our ultimate superpower? This clash showed humanity's defiance against the fearless void. But the stars hold more battles. If you're ready for the next HFY epic hit, subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop in the comments, would you embrace fear to save an alien world, or is bravery without it the real dream? Let's discuss.